Hello students, now we take properties of the elements. Before we study properties, we will take one factor coming frequently in properties, that is called as shielding effect, shielding or screening effect. So let us take some idea about this topic, shielding effect or screening effect. Shielding effect or screening effect. What is that? Shielding or screening effect. Now if we just try to observe, suppose we have an element, it is nucleus of the atom, here the orbits, suppose orbit number first, second orbit, third orbit, fourth orbit. If I take electrons are there, electron is there in the outermost shell. We take one of the electron in outermost shell, for which the nucleus is having electrostatic attraction force on the electron, the outermost shell electron, the attraction of the nucleus is working. At the same time, this electron is repelled by the electron in the inner core. This outermost electron will be repelled by the electrons of the inner core. So what happens? This electron taken here, when it is repelled by electrostatic repulsion force, I hope you are getting this point. आपका देखिए इलेक्ट्रॉन पर क्या है, नेगेटिव चार्ज, एंड द न्यूक्लियस कैरी पॉजिटिव चार्ज, so they have in them electrostatic attraction force. At the same time, the electrons in the inner core, they have negative charge. Electron in the outer shell also have negative charge. So negative charges have repulsion. So this outermost electron is repelled by the inner core electrons. Now what happened by this? It decreases the net attraction force of the nucleus for the outermost electron. So this repulsion of the outermost electron by the inner electron is called as shielding effect. So how we define this term, shielding effect? It can be taken definition wise. It is the repulsion of the outermost electron, repulsion of outermost electron by inner electrons. By inner electrons is called as shielding effect. It is repulsion of the outermost electron by the inner electrons is called as shielding effect. Now what happened by this shielding effect? It decreases the net attraction force of nucleus, decrease the attraction of nucleus, attraction of electron by the nucleus. It decreases the net attraction force of the nucleus for the outermost electrons. So what happened? It affect properties. Then we introduce one concept called as effective nuclear charge, called as Z effective. It is taken Z minus sigma. We introduce concept of effective nuclear charge. This term taken Z effective is called effective nuclear charge. Z is the element atomic number and sigma is shielding constant or screening constant. Sigma is shielding or screening constant. Z is the concerned element atomic number and Z effective is called effective nuclear charge. Z effective is called what? Effective nuclear charge. I hope you are getting this point. Okay, when the outermost electron is repelled by the inner electrons, due to which the net attraction force of the nucleus for the outermost electron will be decreased. That decrease by how much amount? We can take the term sigma. Symbol is sigma, called shielding constant or screening constant. Z is the concerned element atomic number and it is effective nuclear charge. We call this Z effective, effective nuclear charge. So we can this explanation is there of shielding constant. We can find the value of shielding constant using some rules called as Slater's rule. Now before we take the Slater's rule, we can take a brief idea, okay, which kind of orbitals will have strong shielding effect or weak shielding effect. what is meaning of shielding effect further in a simplified manner. Let us take this point. देखिए, when you take this shielding effect will depend on the nature of orbitals. If it is taken orbitals nature wise, what the order here of shielding effect? S orbitals have strongest shielding effect, then P, then D, then F. This S and P orbitals are said to have stronger shielding effect, whereas D and F are having poor shielding effect orbitals. They are poor shielding effect. And they are supposed to have stronger shielding effect. ये आपका order है. इसका मीनिंग क्या है या इसका बेसिस क्या है? इसका देखिए बेस होगा इसका शेप्स. When you take the shape of s orbital is spherical shape, p is dumbbell shape, two lobes almost spherical, d have double dumbbell shape, f have triple dumbbell shape, diffuse shape. So what happens if it is taken number of nodal planes, कितना होता है इसके अंदर है, is equal to L. S have got 0 nodal plane, P have got 1 nodal plane, 2 nodal planes, F will have 3 nodal planes. So when they contain more and more nodal planes, it have got 1 nodal plane. You can take this one here. They will have 2 nodal planes. So depending on the L values. So what actually happens when S orbital has spherical shape? It is nucleus. In all the cases, it is nucleus. So what happens? Spherical shape electron cloud can cover the nucleus, shield the nucleus effectively from all sides. So it covers the nucleus more. So effect of nucleus will be less for the outermost electrons. So we see or we say that the S orbitals have strong shielding effect. Same for P also. In P orbitals we have 2 lobes almost spherical. We have 2 lobes almost spherical. Then when the 2 lobes are spherical, then the effect of nucleus again can pass through only single nodal plane. So anyway it is less compared to this, but good enough. But in D or F they have lobes are thinner. They have more vacant space. They contain more nodal planes. What is nodal plane? The area where the probability of finding electron become negligible. So we have more space where the probability of finding electron become negligible, due to which the probability is less of finding electron. They are supposed to have strong effect of nucleus can pass more for the outermost electron, and therefore you can take they are having poor shielding effect. They cannot shield the nucleus. When they cannot shield the nucleus, for the outermost shell electron attraction will be increased if the element have electrons in D or F orbitals. As a result, many properties are affected as than the normal variation or as expected. तो समझ में आ रहा है पॉइंट ये वाला? तो हम S और P को क्या कहते हैं? Strong shielding effect. They can cover the nucleus efficiently from all sides. So effect of nucleus will pass less for the outermost electron. So electrons in S and P orbitals, they have stronger shielding effect. Whereas electrons in D or F orbitals, they cannot shield the nucleus. So effect of nucleus pass more through the nodal planes for the outermost electrons. So it affects the properties of the elements. Property means like size will be undergo contraction because of weak or poor shielding effect. When for the outermost shell electron attraction increases, electron try to come closer, size of the element try to decrease. When electrons have more attraction, then the tendency to lose electron will be less, or element have higher ionization enthalpies. So properties can be linked here with this shielding effect at several points. And then for calculation of sigma, we can use Slater's rules. They are nothing but only values of sigma for electron occupying S, P, D, F orbitals of different shells. First, that outermost shell is N, or N penultimate shell called N-1, anti-penultimate called N-2, and so on. So we can take a table in which the values are given of sigma, from where we can find the element's effective nuclear charge, because properties are linked with the element effective nuclear charge for the multi-electron atoms or ions. So let us take the latest rules. Values are taken of sigma. Basically for calculation of sigma we are using this latest rules. They are nothing but only values of sigma for per electron, for electron occupying different kind of orbitals of different shells. तो आप लोग ये पहले टेबल ड्रॉ कर लीजिए, टेबल ड्रॉ करके आप देख लीजिए, लिख लीजिए पूरा इस टेबल को है, फिर आप समझिए इसको, इसका क्या मीनिंग यहाँ पर है. तो यहाँ पे मैं आपको आई विल एक्सप्लेन टू यू दिस टेबल नाउ कि इलेक्ट्रॉन्स ऑक्युपाइंग व्हिच ऑर्बिटल्स, एरो डाउनवर्ड मींस s और p orbitals और d और f orbitals, and then electrons occupying shells n, n-1, n-2, n-3 and so on. It is the value of sigma given per electron of the orbit. Value of sigma given per electron of the given orbits s or p. For n is outermost shell of the atom, sigma is 0.35 per electron. For n-1 sigma is 0.85 per electron, and for inner core 1.0. For d or f orbitals 0.35, 1 and 1. Now if a system has only 2 electrons, like for hydrogen atom, for 2 electron system like helium atom, so we can take value of sigma is 0.3 in case of 2 electron system. Like for 1s electron the value of sigma is given 0.3. Now if it is taken, let's say for hydrogen atom, for hydrogen atom you have only 1 electron, so sigma will be 0, no repulsion of the only electron by other electrons. So in this case Z effective will be same as Z. Otherwise in other cases we find Z effective by the formula Z minus sigma. Sigma we calculate for all the electrons of the atom leaving the last electron. तो how to calculate sigma value? तो उसके लिए आपका रूल्स क्या है, थोड़ा लिख लीजिए, राइट डाउन. ठीक है, रूल्स फॉर कैलकुलेशन ऑफ सिग्मा, राइट डाउन. रूल्स फॉर कैलकुलेशन ऑफ सिग्मा लिखिए इसमें पहला पॉइंट. ठीक है, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल फॉर द एलिमेंट और एटम गिवन राइट इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन. First of all, for the atom or element given, write electronic configuration and label the orbits as n, n-1, n-2 and so on. And label the orbits means principal quantum number is taken n as n, n-1, n-2 and n-3 and so on. Next point. Then for calculation of sigma, we remove one outermost electron and write the remaining configuration. We remove the outermost electron and then we write the remaining configuration. Full stop. From the and then we calculate sigma. Using these rules. And after sigma calculation, we calculate effective nuclear charge. And after calculation of sigma, we calculate the effective nuclear charge. Let us see some calculation values of sigma for different elements. Like if I take first elements, like for helium, we calculate sigma. For helium, first write electronic configuration 1s2. Then for sigma, what is configuration? In this case, what is n is only 1. So what for sigma, what is configuration? Write the remaining 1s1. So for this case, the value of sigma will be how much in this case? 0.3. For 2 electron system or 1s orbital, sigma is 0.3 per electron. Then from here, what is effective nuclear charge? Atomic number 2 minus sigma 0.3, that gives the value 1.7. So in this case, the Z effective become 1.7. I hope it is clear. Now coming on next point. For lithium, what is sigma and this effective nuclear charge. So in lithium case, you write the configuration first, 1s2 2s1. So in this case 2 become n, 1 become n minus 1. Then for sigma, what is electronic configuration? Remaining is what? 1s2. So what is sigma value now here? For n minus 1 s orbitals or p orbitals, sigma is how much? 0.85 per electrons. We have 2 electron into 0.85 become 1.7. So what is the Z effective here? Atomic number of lithium 3 minus 1.7. This is how much? 1.3. If you take for beryllium similarly, what is configuration? 1s2 2s2. So n is 1 at 2, it is 1 n minus 1. So in beryllium case, for sigma, what is configuration? 1s2 2s1. For 2s1, what is sigma calculation wise? For n orbitals, sigma will be how much? 0.35 per electron. For n minus 1, 2 into 0.85. That become 2.05 on solving. So what is Z effective here? 4 minus 2.05. बहुत सिंपल है, एक बार और समझिए, इसमें ट्राई करिए समझने का कि जो भी आपको एटम दिया है उसमें फॉर दिस एटम यू विल राइट कॉन्फ़िगरेशन, कि जो भी आपको एटम दिया है आप उस एटम का इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन लिखिए। पहले इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन लिखने के बाद आप लेबल करते हैं ऑर्बिट्स को एज n, जो भी आउटर मोस्ट है एटम आप देखिए हमेशा, जो भी आउटर मोस्ट हो गया n, एक कम हो गया n minus 1, अगर 2 कम होगा तो n minus 2 एंड सो ऑन। एंड फॉर सिग्मा आप एक इलेक्ट्रॉन कम कर दीजिए, यहाँ पे एक इलेक्ट्रॉन था इसको निकाल दिया, क्या बचेगा? 1s2। अब ये कौन सा है? n minus 1 ही होगा इसमें। आपने देखा था सिग्मा का वैल्यू कितना होता है कि फॉर n minus 1 s और p ऑर्बिटल्स सिग्मा कितना होता है? 0.85 पर इलेक्ट्रॉन। यहाँ पर 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हैं तो 2 into 0.85 कितना होगा सिग्मा का वैल्यू? 1.7। फिर कितना आएगा आपका Z इफेक्टिव? 3 minus 1.7, यू कैन कैलकुलेट 1.3। ऐसे ही अब देखते हैं बेरिलियम के केस में कितना आपका वैल्यू है। फर्स्ट राइट द कॉन्फ़िगरेशन ऑफ एटम, जिसका निकालना है आपको इफेक्टिव न्यूक्लियर चार्ज, उसमें लेबलिंग करो n का, जो आउटर मोस्ट है वो होता है n, एक कम हो जाएगा n minus 1, 2 कम तो हुआ n minus 2, तो n minus 1 हो जाएगा। अब सिग्मा में क्या करते हैं, यहां से हमने एक इलेक्ट्रॉन बाहर निकाल दिया, क्या बचेगा? 1s2 2s1। अब इसमें देखिए सिग्मा कितना है? 0.235 पर इलेक्ट्रॉन, ये हुआ n के लिए, s इलेक्ट्रॉन के लिए। फिर यहाँ पर है n minus 1 में कितना होता है सिग्मा का वैल्यू? 0.85 पर इलेक्ट्रॉन। यहाँ कितने इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हैं? 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हैं, तो 2 into 0.85, तो दोनों ऐड कर लीजिए, कितना हुआ? 2.05। कितना इसमें होता है? एटॉमिक नंबर 4 minus 2.05, कितना हुआ उसका वैल्यू? सो Z effective in this case become, on solving from here, 1.95. That is how for the given elements you can write or calculate the value of effective nuclear charge. तो let us take some practice. आप इसको निकालेंगे अपने आप आंसर को है। आपका था लिथियम, बेरिलियम, बोरॉन, कार्बन, नाइट्रोजन, ऑक्सीजन, फ्लोरीन, नियॉन। I will take in same group, a same period. You complete this table yourself. You find the value of sigma, and then Z effective in all the cases. Already we have explained to you the calculation of sigma and Z effective for 2 cases. For lithium, we have how much value of sigma? 1.7. So we have effective nuclear charge 1.3. Beryllium we have explained to you, value was 2.05, it was 1.95. So you complete the remaining yourself. You complete remaining portion yourself. Now coming on answer part, देखिए आप you can calculate yourself entire values. Otherwise you can see one pattern. Sigma increase. Now if it is taken after this, what happen? Orbit number will remain same. In same cell, same subcell, electron filling will take place after beryllium, like S or P only. For S or P, sigma will be same for n orbits, and then effective nuclear charge can find similarly. So if it is taken here, sigma increase by how much units? 0.35 units. So in each case, sigma keep on increasing by 0.35 units. This become 2.4, 2.75, 3.10, 3.45, 3.8, and in this case sigma can be taken 4.15. And then you can find in each case effective nuclear charge, atomic number minus sigma 1.3, 1.95, or can take what is increasing here, यहाँ पे बढ़ा कितना 0.35, and atomic number increase by 1 unit, तो sigma increase net by 0.65 units. अब देखो गैप कितना है, प्लस 0.65, यहाँ पे गैप कितना था, प्लस 0.35, gap is 0.65. You can add up or you can subtract directly. You can do anyway. कितना आएगा सबको यहाँ पे 5 minus 2.4, 2.60. It become 4.25. It become 4.90. It become कितना पाएगा इसमें 8 minus this. You can take 5.55. This become 6.2. Sorry, it's 3.35, 3.25 I guess now. 3.25, 3.90, 4.55, and then 5.10 and 20, and this is coming 5.85. Each case the value of Z effective increase by 0.65 units. So what we can say here, this is observation that Z effective increases on moving along the period. You can explain simple way also, that with increasing atomic number for the outermost shell electron which is in same orbit, attraction of the electron by the nucleus increases. So attraction increase means that is called effective nuclear charge increases on moving along the period. Now if it is taken calculation of sigma, I just take same group elements. Example 1 taken lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium. For these elements, they belong to same group, alkali metals. What is their atomic number? Sigma calculation, and then calculation of effective nuclear charge. Z आपको मैं दे दे रहा हूं उसमें 3, 11, potassium is 19, 37, 55 are the elements atomic numbers. Now remaining part you calculate yourself. आपने कर लिया तो already we have just explained to you this point here कि in case of lithium sigma is 1.7, so we have how much effective nuclear charge 1.3. In sodium case you can find similarly, आप चेक कर लीजिए निकाल के अपने आप ही इसको वैल्यूज को है. In sodium case for calculation of sigma we can take remaining configuration. इसमें क्या हुआ, n will be your third S, third is n, तो n minus 1 S or p orbitals, we have 8 electrons, 8 into we can take 0.85, plus 2. So you can take it on solving this value. You can also calculation में अगर आपको डाउट होगा तो उसमें see for sodium how to calculate effective nuclear charge for sodium. Write first electronic configuration 1s2 2s2 2p6 3s1. इसमें n क्या हुआ आउटर मोस्ट, ये हो जाएगा पर n-1, ये होगा n-2. तो फॉर सिग्मा व्हाट इज कॉन्फ़िगरेशन? Configuration of sigma will remain 1s2 2s2 2p6 and the value of sigma will come how much? 8 electron into 0.85 plus n-2 2 into 1. It is how much can take on solving? 6.8 plus 2 8.8. What is effective nuclear charge in this case? 11 minus 8.8 will remain how much? 2.2. You can calculate in this case the value of Z factor coming 2.2. It is 8.8. In fact, to calculate remaining all the case, Z factor will come same 2.2. आप चेक कर लीजिए सारे केस निकाल के. Effective nuclear charge remain almost constant on moving down the group. So what happened in this case? You can check sigma also accordingly. कितना आएगा आपका sigma value यहाँ पे? 16.8. यहाँ कितना पाएगा इसमें 34.8. यहाँ कितना पाएगा 52.8. तो anyway you can take leaving lithium to sodium, otherwise remaining all the cases what is happening here, Z effective is almost constant. So this variation of effective nuclear charge along the period or down the group will be helpful to us in understanding properties variation more easily. Normally आपका NCERT में ये पार्ट नहीं आता है, नहीं आपका दिया latest rules या सिग्मा कैलकुलेशन. अगर आप चाहें इसको omit कर सकते हैं, बट आपको समझना है चीजों को और अच्छे से, तो आप इस पॉइंट को देख लीजिए ध्यान से एक बार. हैव सम प्रैक्टिस, इजी एक टॉपिक है इसमें. और सिग्मा आप निकालने के बाद क्या निकाल सकते हैं? इफेक्टिव न्यूक्लियर चार्ज. इट इज रिक्वायर्ड टू अस इनफैक्ट नॉट एटलीस्ट कैलकुलेशन पार्ट बट अंडरस्टैंडिंग कि ये होता कैसे है, क्या फर्क पड़ेगा. तो आप देखिए क्या होता है कि ऑन मूविंग अलोंग द पीरियड सिग्मा इंक्रीजेस, एट द सेम टाइम also there is increase in the effective nuclear charge. That variation in property will be helpful to understand properties like variation of atomic size, ionization enthalpies of the elements on moving along the period or on moving down the group. So now let us come on the properties. In property, first property can be taken atomic size.